Hi ladies and gentlemen, Sean Davies, Colorado Rainsman. Back out here at Shiloh Acres Horse Rescue in Alt with Amber Harrell, and we're here to do our pickup on Toothless, the big bucking stock horse. So this will be like one of the first videos in our big series of this horse's training from beginning to end. So we're just going to try and get him in the trailer. He's not exactly going to lead in. He did get his halter off the day after I put it on him last time, the little stinker. So we're just going to try to encourage him to come on in here. So we're going to get this done. We got rain coming, so stay tuned, and we're going to have a lot of videos coming. So let's get this over with. And hopefully he's just going to run right up into the trailer. I always like to say, we may not know much, but we know how to get a horse in a trailer once in a while.
Huh.
Piece of cake.
Hey you. Your life's about to change. You no longer have to be scared of people.
But he also did.
Well, hi. What you thinking?
Hi ladies and gentlemen, Sean Davies, Colorado Rainsman. Well, I'm here with my big rescue horse that I brought over from Shiloh Acres Horse Rescue in Alt, Colorado. This is Toothless, his barn name. He is a big bucking stock horse. You've seen a couple of little videos that I did out there to get a halter on him, and he got his halter off the next day, I guess, after I left. So I'm gonna go through that process again. As you see, he's really nice and calm. He's settled in real well here. I came out for about 20 minutes last night and put my neck rope on him, and he actually let me pet him pretty quickly. It's pretty nippy here this morning. It's October 3rd here in Colorado. And boy, you can tell the fall air is coming in. Well, I'm going to go through everything I did before, my little process of putting my neck rope on. I'm going to get him handled a little bit. I might switch over to a parachute cord Makati rein and try to make that into a halter. I think my biggest challenge this morning is going to be able to find a halter here that fits him, because he's got a great big old head, big jowls. You can tell this horse has got some draft in him. You look how big that shoulder is, how muscled up he is. And, you know, that's the kind of horse the bucking stock guys like. So, hopefully, once I get him handled, I can get a halter on him. Otherwise, I'm going to have to order a kind of a small draft halter to fit him and be able to work. Now, he's going to kind of come around. He's going to test that gait. I'm going to send him up, and I had to toss this rope a couple times yesterday and just get him calmed down. First, I want to just see if he'll let me come up to him again. He's kind of going, no, I don't remember all that stuff from yesterday. Now I'm going to just swing this rope a little bit. He may jump around. He may run around a little bit. It's okay. I'm just going to keep moving. He says, hello. See, I just toss it at him a couple times until I can get it over his neck. See just by his reactions, he's pretty worried about stuff. But we get this over with. He says, "Oh, I'm not so worried. I can't stop and get a little mouthful of hay." My goal here is to get this rope up over his neck. Yeah, that was not as big a reaction. After I get him to where he'll stand still, my goal will be to get the rope up over his neck. I'm not going to get in front of this guy. Right now he has a tendency to want to run over you. Good boy. I like him up in here. Good boy.
Aww.
That's good. That was not too bad. So that takes a little while to get this thing where he's going to relax. Good boy. Good boy. Now, I just let that rope sit on him for a second. He'll probably pull this off of him. Good boy. Good boy. There you go, you big monster. There you go. We petted last night. We petted last night. Look at that. He says, I'm a big man. Who's the baby? Who's the big baby? Pick this rope up. Oh, yes, sir. Who's the big man? Who's the big man? Good boy. Good boy. No, don't test that gate. Good, no, no. Good boy. I know. So I got a great big chain on that gate, and hopefully he doesn't try to go over it. Who's the big man? Who's the big man? Okay. And now he says, uh-oh, this guy's got me. So from there, I'm going to take this rope, I'm going to start turning it. Who's baby? You got a little runny nose from that change of weather. Muddy on the old hands here. It's a big baby. That's a good boy. Good boy. Now he's going to want to go away, and I'm going to want to face him up. I've asked him to come with me. This horse just about leads off of nothing but my neck rope. I've almost got him to where I can come in. Baby. Petty. Right there. See, I'm teaching him that if you go away, good boy. If he goes away, then he has to not go too far, he has to face me back up. He's a big baby. All I want to do is get him to where I can pet him some. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he says, well, I kind of want to go by you, and I got to turn him again. Get him to come to me. Now, this is kind of monotonous. I want to try this side because I didn't pet this side yesterday. I want to get in this eye. Oh, I know. Rained quite a bit here the other couple days, and the pens are a little bit of a muddy mess. So I'd like to come over here. Let me just pet him. Let me just get him relaxed. Who's a big baby? Who's a big monster? This horse is big. He's powerful. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't try going over the fence. I'd really like you not to. Good boy. Good boy. Now this isn't too bad. I know. I know. I'd like to get on this side. See if I can keep him from going forward into me. Come on, young man. Yes, sir. Come on, young man. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So I ease over to this eye. And he says, I want to ease over in that eye. I want to ease back over in this eye. Try to keep him a little there, right there. I'm going to ease right there. Let him smell me. Oh, it's a baby. Who's a big baby? He said, oh, I'm a little worried. At least I'm on this side now. I can work this side a little bit. If I can keep in this eye. There you go. Just want to keep on this side for a second, get him comfortable. Come here, young man. Even if all he does is move around me a little bit. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to face him up right here. Just put a little pressure on him. Good boy. And he says, well, I'm going to get you in my left eye. And I'm going to say I'd prefer it if you got me in your right eye. I know. Put my hand up. Let you smell it. And you like the left eye. I like your right eye. Oh, it's a baby. Who's a big baby? Oh. Who's a big baby? He's a very curious horse. I think he's going to be a sweet horse. Get your butt back over here. Yeah. There you go. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. I like that he's getting off of this pressure. When I put a little pressure on him, I really like that. want to be able to approach both sides. I want to get in this eye. Now if I have to, I get my little green Mustang stick back out and rub him. There's a babe. There's a babe. I know. Now, I am putting myself in front of him. I don't recommend that for everybody else. He's not struck at me yet, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. If I get in front of his feet and he strikes me, I'm just a dummy and I put it on me. It won't be his fault. It'll just be him being defensive. So, I just want to rub him. Let him relax. Good boy. Good boy. Let him just think about that. I just rolled my hand over his eye. He's calming in. So what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm going to get my other rope. Go ahead and tie a bowline around his neck, and then I can make a halter out of that rope. So just stay tuned. Okay, so I've got my old parachute cord Makati Rain. I use this or some other good rope sometime. And what I'm going to do now is ease this over his neck. I got to rub him with it first, and just kind of rub him and let him get comfortable with it. He's going, oh my goodness, what's that? He sees that in his other eye. I'm just going to kind of walk with him. He says, oh my goodness, that thing's weird. It's weird, he says. Good boy. We'll get right up on his neck. So, here, let me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to toss this thing on him. Touch him a little bit. Toss it on him. Stop. Stop. There, I can touch you. I can touch you. I can touch you. You're all right, son. You're all right, son. There. There. There you go. Don't go forward. I know. There you go. So I'm just going to play jump rope with him for a second. Yes, sir. Just going to play jump rope with him for a second. Now I am putting myself in front of him. Everybody out there in video land don't always do what I do. I do this because I get a feeling for what's going on. You do not want to put yourself in front of a great big horse like this. If I get run over, I take full accountability for it. Easy, baby. He's a big baby. I also have done this a whole bunch of times. There's other ways to do it. Yes, there is. There is. There is, isn't there? You're all right, son. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Yes, sir. I just realized something. I got the wrong end over here. Yes, sir. Good boy. Good boy. Try to block this way so he didn't run me over. There's a big baby. Now, I'll pull this through. Who's a big monster? He's a big monster. He's a big old monster horse. Huh? Who's a big old monster horse? Yes, sir. Okay. Now, very nice when they just sit here and let you tie this. Now, you want to make sure you tie a bowline knot, or bow line knot. So if I put pressure on this, it doesn't cinch down around his neck. If you don't know how to tie a bowline, just look it up online or do a little knot tying book, or ask your son who's a son or daughter who's a girl or Boy Scout, and they'll be able to show you. Yes. Now I'm going to pull this rope off because it served its purpose. Yes, it has. It served its purpose, hasn't it, young man? Okay. Now, for all intents and purposes, I've got about a 20-foot lead rope on in there. I'm going to come over and just set this here. Now I've got this lead rope on, I just want to walk off. And as you see, I've already got a horse that's pretty much following. That first day that I got that halter on, got this neck rope and halter on out to rescue, if you look at the video number 2 of him, I already had this horse leading. And at one point he went up in the air and flipped around, but I was able to hang on and snatch him around and convince him that I'm magically stronger than he is. And he pretty much learned from that and said, my goodness, you are strong. Now I'm going to ask him to come my way. Look at that, 2 fingers. Good boy. Good boy. Now, I am going to flip a loop in my rope here. Bring it up here. She's a good boy. Good boy. We'll let his curiosity take over for a second. And sometimes they'll put their nose right down in the loop. Good boy. Now, for all intents and purposes, I've got a halter on him. Now, what I like to do even better is get this rope back through the loop of the bowline. Get that loop over his nose again. Okay. Who's a baby? Who's a baby? He is very cooperative. There we go. There we go. Who's a big baby? I like this horse. And I want him to like me because he's less inclined to kill me when it comes down time for training, if he likes me. Now, as you see, once I got control of his nose, it made a world of difference. It was a big baby. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Now I could go lead this horse out in the arena like this, and if I don't have a halter that will fit him, I might just have to do that. He's kind of going, well, what are we doing here? I'm going to say, hey man, let me get over on this side and pet you. Who's a baby? Who's a baby? Who's a big baby? Oh, it's a baby. Yes, sir. I know. Don't you nibble on me. He says, I'm telling you I don't like that side. Don't nibble on me. I can scratch that side now. Oh, he's a baby. Who's a big boy? Who's a big boy? Look at that. I'm rubbing you and I'm on this side. That's amazing, isn't it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoa! Look at that, young man. I changed sides and you didn't know what happened, did you? He says, I didn't even know what happened there. I didn't even know what happened. Oh! Oh! God, he's got a great big old head on him. Big jowls. I really think this horse was a stud for a while. He probably got cut late. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Who's a baby? Who's a big baby? Alright, so I've done what I can right now with this. Getting him where I can touch his face. It says I can handle that. We're doing pretty good. Now, the only halter I think I've got is one of these old cheapy stiff ones, which I don't really like, but we're going to see if this is going to be big enough to get on him. I might have one more. I'm just going to see here if he'll stick his nose in it. He's a baby. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I think I can make this work. Good boy. This will have to do. I'm going to get that loose fitted. That's a good boy. And then I am going to take this. Voila! Who's a big baby? This halter will just have to do with my first work until I get a big kind of draft cross halter going. These never really fit horses well, these store-bought stiff halters. But there we go, young man. We got a halter on. This doesn't have a lot of room. Have to drop this halter down a little bit so you get a little bit more room in his mouth. I want him to have room to chew. My other option, see if this halter fits, but I'm thinking this is going to be too small. It may be big enough. Let's see, I'd really rather have this soft halter. I was thinking it might be a little too small for him. I really like how this horse is so cooperative. This one's going to fit better. Okay. This horse I don't think has ever been handled, but he is showing me that if you take your time, he is willing to get along. Oh, and I like the way that looks on you. I like the way that looks on you, big man. These are some of my good halters I have made, so this is much better. They're softer, gives him a little bit more room. Oh, that's pretty snazzy, young man. That's pretty snazzy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we might do a little bit more later on. I think this is pretty good for Mr. Toothless this morning, and you're going to see a lot from this guy, so stay tuned.